Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today I've got for you something a little bit more special, in the sense that I believe that this car is absolutely perfect for probably 99% of the people out there, because it combines all the good and positive aspects of any car that you can wish for. But anyway, this is a Mitsubishi Outlander Gx4H PHEV. So this PHEV stands for plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Now, this particular car comes with the registration number WU15 Victor Zulu Oscar. It has a 12 kilowatt hour battery, which you can plug in and you can charge it at home, or you can charge it at different service stations or petrol stations or pretty much everywhere. And it is finished, just to give you some details, so it is finished in this absolutely gorgeous Arctic white. It has a 2-liter petrol engine coupled with the 2 electric motors, one at the front and one at the rear, which basically makes it a 4x4. Again, absolutely brilliant, because it is an SUV, and technically SUVs should be 4x4s. It puts out 118 brake horsepower. It was first registered on the 1st of March 2015, and it has a valid MOT until the 2nd of July 2025. So it comes with 12 months advisory free MOT. It basically just flew through its MOT. It has an annual road tax of 0. So it doesn't cost you anything to tax this car. You just jump in and drive. It is absolutely brilliant for a car of this size, which is absolutely huge. Like it's a perfect family car. Um, Insurance group is 25E, so it's in the middle. Obviously, it's not going to be a Vauxhall Corsa, but then again, you can probably fit a Vauxhall Corsa in the boot of this car. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But then again, all the money that you save on your road tax, you can put it towards your insurance. So, it's the same thing. Has a CO2 output of only 44 grams per kilometer, hence why the road tax is that low. It's only, like I said, it's 0, so it doesn't cost you anything. Has a top speed of 106 miles per hour and has a 0 to 60 time of 11 seconds. It feels a lot quicker than it actually says, because obviously, because it is a plug-in hybrid, so you get three propulsion methods, I suppose. So you get your ICE engine, which is the internal combustion engine, and then you get the 2 electric motors as well. So when you put your foot down, it goes. Yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of like specs and everything. I did want to point out that it is a 2-owner car from new. It's got a fantastic service history, pretty much a full main dealer service history as well. I really like this Outlander. Do you know what? I actually thought that all of them came with this, but I've looked at tons of PHEVs, and I haven't seen. I thought that maybe this is like a special edition or something, but no. I think the previous owner had those retrofitted onto the car, because well, it looks nice. It looks like a Range Rover, basically. Um, Obviously, much more reliable. Anyway, as you can see, the car is in absolutely lovely condition. The alloys are in really good condition as well. Tires are in really good condition. It's just had a brand new brake pads and discs fitted on the rear. As you can see, it is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Fuel economy on this thing. The owner's manual probably says around 148 mpg, which would be absolutely phenomenal. I would take that with a pinch of salt, because obviously that includes like driving part on electric and part on petrol. But if you do drive normally, you will have no problems achieving 55 miles to the gallon easy. um, I say that I'm just saying 55 as a worst case scenario. I know people that've done 65, 70 miles to the gallon. It depends. But I mean, for a car of this size, where usually you get about 12 miles to the gallon, it's absolutely phenomenal. Let's have a look inside. Interior, nothing short of what you would expect. Absolute quality. It's beautiful. So the it's got very soft. I don't even want to call it plastic because it's not plastic. It's like a rubbery feel, but it's very soft. It's very nice. You got a soft padded here for your armrest. It does have obviously electric windows. You got a big door pocket here with a bottle holder, and then moving over here. Seats, absolutely lovely condition, no tears or rips or anything like that anywhere on the seats. One thing I do like to point out is that it does have isofix on the front seat as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Not a lot of cars have isofix on the front, but this is great because it does. And yeah, it does come obviously with the original Outlander mats. Glove box, absolutely huge, and then you've got some more storage at the top here, so you can put your owner's manual and everything. That's your locking wheel nut, but the glove box is massive. I mean, you can literally fit a ton of stuff in there. Right, let's move over to the rear. So moving over to the rear of the car, so again, that soft touch rubbery material goes all the way to the back as well. And again, this is soft as well, soft leather, which again is really, really good quality. You do have electric windows on the rear as well. And again, you can see that the seats are absolutely lovely. Like I said, there's no tears or rips or anything like that anywhere on the seats. You have a armrest with a couple of cup holders on the back as well. And you got heaps of room in here, like loads and loads of room for all your rear passengers. This is your fuel cap. I can't open it because it opens from inside, but this is your fuel cap. So this is for your petrol. By the way, the petrol tank has a capacity of 45 liters. So again, for a car of this size, 45 liters is not bad at all. It probably gives you a range of about 350 miles or something like that, maybe more. To be honest, it depends on your driving style, because there's a ton of stuff I need to show you at the front, which is phenomenal. If you can get to drive this car the way it's meant to be driven, not slow. Don't. A lot of people think that if it's an electric car, you have to drive it slow. No. Not slow. Drive it normally, but there are a few things that you can do to improve its fuel economy. Moving over to the rear, so you got the big Mitsubishi logo there, and then Outlander PHEV over here. And then you do have a backing camera as well. You got a button just under the Mitsubishi logo. You press on that, and then the boot just opens up. It is obviously fully electric boot, and you can operate that from the key as well. Trying to get the key out. It does come with 2 keys, so you can operate that from the button here on the key to open it. You can lock it and unlock it as well. But one other cool thing about this car is that it is keyless entry and keyless go. So basically, you don't need to take the key out of your pocket. This key could live in your pocket forever, and then you can lock it, unlock it, start it, drive it, stop it, without taking the key out of your pocket, which again is great because that's one less thing to worry about. Right, over here you've got your button to close the boot. Just press on that and the boot will close, but you can manually close it as well. So whereas some cars won't let you do that because it could break the mechanism, this one lets you close it, no problem whatsoever. Right, moving inside the boot, again, absolutely massive. Heaps and heaps and heaps of room in here. Now, the diesel Outlander did come with a row of 7 seats, but this one, the PHEV, only comes with 5 seats. And the reason for that is because in the back, you've got all the magic and sorcery of the hybrid system, the electric system. So you've got your batteries and everything underneath here. So obviously they couldn't fit another row of seats. But again, that gives you an absolute huge amount of boot. You've got some storage on that side. You've got storage on that side. One thing I found funny is that they've actually kept, because like I said, the diesel one comes with 7 seats. Obviously, they've put 2 cup holders in the back for the sixth and seventh seat, and they've left that in the PHEV as well. So you've got a couple of cup holders in the back. Not that anybody's going to use them, but what I did find a good thing for those is if you buy one of those aroma diffusers, you can leave it in there, and then that will just keep your car fresh, so you don't have to like dangle any like trees and have all sorts of those very very um short lasting, if I can say that, fragrances. So you can get one of those aroma diffusers, put it in one of these cup holders, and then your car will smell fresh for a long time. Then you've got some more cubby in there, and then down here you've got your granny charger. That's what it's called. It's basically a plug that you can it's your charger, which you can plug, or a 3-pin plug, so you can charge this at home. Just plug it in and you can leave it overnight. And then down there, well, further up, you've got your tire inflating kit. Then you've got your jack as well, and some more storage underneath there as well, which again is fantastic because it gives you absolutely loads and loads and loads of boot size and everything. The seats do fold down completely flat, and I'll show you how you can do that. And there's another cool thing I like about the seats is they are reclinable, so you can recline them to give your passengers on the rear more comfort, which is fantastic. Put that button there, and then the boot will just close. And moving over to the rear behind the driver, I'll show you now how you can fold down the seat. So first of all, you've got this little lever here. You pull on that, and then the seat goes down. However, you can see that it doesn't lie completely flat. There's a bit of a lip there going up. I'll show you now how you can bypass that. But so this is the position of the seat normally as you would sit in it, and then yeah. But if you lift this up, you can push it back. It's got quite a few positions. That's one. That's the second. Let's put it all the way down. So that's all the way down. Look at the position of the seat now. It's very, very comfortable. I mean, there's you won't find people that will struggle for space in here because it's massive. Now, how you can lay the seat completely flat? Well, it's actually very easy. The bottom part of the seat actually folds. So you pull this, you pull it up, and it goes out of there. And then this just goes forwards like that. And that will stay there in place. And then you can grab this, pull it, and this just folds like that. And now you've got a completely flat loading bay, which again, I mean, the boot is big enough, but then when you put the seats down, you literally turn this thing into a van. So, all right, let's put the seat back. And then to push this back, it's very easy. Basically, bring it up. You got to put that little metal bit, this bit, it goes into there. So just like that, goes into that position, and then just press it down. And that's it. And it goes in. Easy, 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 easy. Right, let's move over to the front. Actually, let me pop the bonnet first. I want to show you how the engine looks like and everything. And then we can jump inside because I can show you all the gizmos and gadgets and everything that this car comes with. And trust me, it's probably going to be a long video because there's a ton of stuff. Right, this is your engine. So you've got your 2-liter petrol engine over there, and this is where all the sorcery happens with the electric side of things. So yeah, it is it's very, very well put together. It's very well thought of. I just wished more manufacturers did something like this because it is absolutely perfect in a lot of aspects. Again, like I said, you got the original Outlander PHEV mats. So let's start with the door. So again, quality goes all the way through. I really love this um, silvery effect, complements the actual color of the car on the outside. So yeah. Right, let's start off with the seat. So you do have electric adjustable seat for the driver. It's on one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight direction adjustable. So you will struggle not to find a good driving position in this car. Um, Over here, so that's your button to open the boot. This is a button to turn off the um, basically when you start the car it starts on pure electric, and then when you drive it up to 10 or 15 miles an hour, I think, it makes like a really UFO-ish sound just to alert pedestrians so they don't jump in front of you. Now you can actually turn that off if you press that button, but then it is a bit risky because people could literally just jump in front of you, because this car, as big as it is, it's so silent, like so silent. Right, if we jump inside, you've got a couple more buttons at the top here. So this is for your traction control to turn it off, and then this one is for your main screen there to go through all the menus and everything. That's your steering wheel. It is a multifunction steering wheel, as you can see. So you've got plenty of controls on your steering wheel. So that's for your volume up and down. That's for modes, to go through different modes. That's to select different radio stations. That's your voice command, your phone to pick up, to hang up. And then over here, you've got your cruise control with your speed limiter as well. So obviously, cruise control, you set the cruise control up to a certain speed, and then the car will stay on that speed um, up until you either gently touch the brake or you just cancel it. And the speed limiter, basically, let's say you set the speed limit at 30 miles an hour, then you drive around town, and no matter how hard you press your accelerator, it won't go past that 30 mile an hour, which is, again, fantastic. So over here, you've got your wiper stalk. As you can see, it does have auto wipers. So basically, you can set it to auto, and then the car will start the wipers on its own as soon as it starts raining, and it will adjust the speed according to how it rains outside. Again, great. You can see it's got behind the steering wheel, it's got these little flappy paddles. So it's got plus and off and minus. Now, um, and usually in conventional automatic cars, these are to change gears. Now, this car doesn't actually have gears because it is a CVT gearbox, so it is a continuous variable transmission. And because it's CVT, it doesn't actually have gears. The engine will pick up speed as you're pressing the accelerator, which is, in my opinion, it's probably one of the best transmissions I've ever seen. I know a lot of people hate them because they could be quite noisy, in the sense that if you put your foot down, the engine revs high, and it keeps the revs high until the car picks up the speed that the engine is at. But the people that say that don't understand it, because it's a very simple gearbox with a lot less things to go wrong than conventional gearboxes like DSGs or power shift or stuff like that. So I've had CVT gearbox in a Toyota Prius that I owned, and it's absolutely brilliant. And now I've got a CVT gearbox in my Lexus that I own, and again, it's absolutely brilliant. It's I guess it's down to preference, but I absolutely love the CVT gearbox. Anyway, going past that, so these don't actually change gears. What you do with these, you actually engage your regenerative braking. So when you press minus, it basically your car starts slowing down. So you've got B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. So B stands for braking, which you'll see here as well. And then if you can go from B0, which basically has absolutely no friction with the air whatsoever. So if you put it in B0, the car will coast as if you would leave it in neutral. which is great for fuel economy, but you're not regenerating anything. The higher you go on that B, so like the B, if you go all the way up to B5, then what that means is basically the car will slow down a lot more and you will regenerate more into your battery. Um, it's difficult to well, it's difficult to explain, but you probably get what I mean. Um, so yeah, the the more you leave it to regenerate, the less the more battery is going to recoup, basically. Anyway, over there you've got your lights, so you can set it to auto, and again, fantastic, because if you set it on auto, that means that the car will automatically turn the lights on, it'll turn it off as and when it needs to, so you don't need to touch the lights. And obviously you do have your indicator in there as well. Now, the dashboard, as you can see, is it's a bit um, it's not the same as your conventional dashboards like the dials, because usually you see rev counter there and a speedometer there, but this one doesn't have a rev counter. As you can see, it says charge, eco, and power. It's very easy to understand. There's nothing that you need to do. The car knows what to do it by itself. But I'll quickly explain what those things are. Let me just close the door. And then to start it, basically, like I said, you don't need to take the key out of your pocket. Just put your foot on the brake and then press the power button, and then everything starts just like that. Now, let me explain what this is. So basically, let me just turn the music off. What it says charge in there, that is, as you're driving, when you take your foot off the accelerator, that that indicator will go into charge, and that shows that you are actually putting charge back into the batteries. If you keep the car in eco, where the green part is, that means that you're driving as efficiently as you can. And then when you put your foot down, it'll go all the way up to power. And basically that means you are getting everything out of the engines to push the car forward. The middle screen is very simple to understand, very simple to understand. Let me just zoom this in a bit. So at the top, it shows you your battery level. So currently it's showing that it's got a range of 16 miles. It depends on how you drive the car. Now, in theory, you should be able to get about 30 miles out of the car. The thing is, it needs to be driven. So the car will need to be driven to learn your driving style, and the more economical you drive, the more miles you're going to get out of the battery. And then underneath it shows you the mileage with the current fuel that it's got in the tank. So it's got 282 miles. Again, that is based on the current driving style of the previous owner, and I can tell you now that it can be massively improved, because another thing that this car had brand new, just fitted now, was a brand new catalytic converter, because the other one got stolen, basically. So now it's had a brand new catalytic converter fitted to it, and it will give you a much better fuel economy, which is great. If you look underneath, it's very easy to understand. So the basically that battery shaped thing on the left is your battery level. So as you can see, it's not fully topped up now. It's like 3/4. And then over there you've got your gears, basically. So now it's in park. You've got reverse, neutral, drive, and B for braking, like I said. And then you've got your fuel gauge over there, and as you can see, it's pretty much got full tank of fuel. Again, it's not full, but it's, well, close to being full. Another thing you've probably noticed, it's the mileage. It's only covered 84,731 miles, so it's very low mileage, especially for the year and for what this car does. You can have a look on Auto Trader or all the other car selling websites, and you're going to see Outlanders with 150, 200,000 miles, still being sold at a premium, basically. And then over there, you've got your speedometer. So that shows you your speed and everything. Now, I told you got this button here. You can press that and you can switch between the screens. So EV driving 71%. This shows you, this is a graph which shows you what powers the wheels. So you've got engine on the left and battery on the right, and that will show you some lines going back and forwards, and it will show you what powers the car at that particular time. This little leaf here shows you how eco you're driving. So the you can fill up all those little leaves, and the fuller it gets, the more economical you're driving. This is your what's it called, for your twin motor 4-wheel drive lock. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, like I said, it is a 4-wheel drive, so you can press a button on the side here, which I'll show you in a second, and that will lock the diff. And basically, well, it doesn't have a diff actually. It's because it's got two motors on the back, or one on the back, one on the front. It's more like a wireless kind of diff lock. It's a very, very, very ingenious thing that Mitsubishi did with this. So I just, I can't even delve into it too much, because I don't know too much about it, to be honest. But it is very, very well implemented. And then, as you can see, it's just been serviced, so it's got 12 months until the next service. This is your settings menu, trip A, trip B, and back to this menu. Right, let's move over to the main infotainment unit. First things first, I want to show you. So put your foot on the brake, put the car in reverse, and as you can see, the camera works absolutely fine. There's no issues there. Put it in park, and it's got a ton of features and gizmos and stuff. You need a whole day to play with this thing. So you press map. Obviously, it does have sat nav, so you can use it as a sat nav if you want as well. But then you go into settings, and then you've got display off, picture control, vehicle settings, system, clock screen, charging timer, remote climate control. Yes, remote climate control. You can actually download an app on your phone, and you can start the AC or the heating. You can start it from inside the house, straight from your phone, while the car is on charge, for example. So when you wake up in the morning, you can actually have it set at certain times of the day where the AC comes on, and the AC will come on at those times, or the heating. So for example, you wake up in a frosty winter morning, while you're having your coffee and getting ready for work, the car starts the heating on its own, and it defrosts the car and everything, and then all you have to do is jump inside. You don't have to wait until your car demists and defrosts and everything. So jump in and just go, which is again fantastic. And then sound quality control info. This is where you get an absolute ton of features. So you've got your calendar, you've got your GPS information. So if we press on that, it shows you how many satellites are available right now. So yeah, you've got all your GPS information. And trip, this is a really cool one because it gives you a graph of everything. So you've got your air conditioning, your motor power, total range, and then you've got manual history, reset, and then energy flow in here. So it's really, really nice design of the PHEV with the battery down there. As you can see, it's like 3/4 full, so it's still missing like 4 bars. It needs to be plugged in. And then you've got your eco info. It shows you EV driving 71%, EV range 60 miles, total range 282 miles. So yeah, going back into info, display distance area, which shows you like an area that you can cover with the current fuel that you've got inside the car, which is great. And then charge cost, so you can actually set price, so you can put how much your kilowatt. For example, if you've got a charger at home, you can set here how much you pay per kilowatt, and this will give you like a breakdown of how much you've actually paid for charging this car up. And honestly, it's very cheap, like very cheap. Environment, I forgot what the environment is. Oh yeah, environment is shows you altimeter, the temperature outside, barometer. Yeah, there's honestly there's so many things in here. It's like half of these things you don't need, but it's good to know that you have them. And then you've got air conditioner here, so this is where you select your air conditioning. Actually, let me just turn the air conditioning on a bit because it's really warm in here. Ah, right. Info, and then you've got your mobile phone, so you've got Bluetooth for media and call, so you can stream directly from your phone if you want to listen to music or anything. Then you've got your maintenance here as well, where you can set when you need to do an oil change, an oil filter, rotate tires, AC filter, and probably a bit more. All right, yeah, it was brake system, battery checking in user 1, user 2. So yeah, you've got all those things in there. And then we go into more user SD, map, reg code, I don't know what that is, and voice control help. So yeah, it does have voice control, so you can use your voice to interact with the infotainment. But anyway, as you can see, there's absolutely tons of stuff in here. And you've got your Navi menu there, where you can set a destination. Then you press the if you press this button here, open. You press monitor open. This is really cool. Just folds out just like that, and then in there you've got your CD, you've got your map, micro SD, and you've got another user, so you can probably put music and stuff like that in there, and then just play it directly through a card. And then you press open again, and that just closes. Cool, really cool. Right, let's move down. So over here you've got your this shows the passengers in the car, and it will show a red light if there's a passenger sat in a seat and they don't have their seatbelt on. That's your hazard lights, and this is to put it in eco mode, so you can drive it in eco as well if you want, and I'll just basically give you an even better fuel economy. This is your climate control, so you do get a dual zone climate control, so you can have a different temperature set. The driver can have a different temperature set than the passenger. So obviously here you can see that I can set 17 degrees for the passenger and 15 degrees for the driver, which again is really cool. This is where you select the fan speed. Your AC is here. Mode, where you want the air to come out from. This is your front window defrost, auto, so you can set it on auto. So let's say you set it to I don't know, let's say 20 degrees. You set it on auto, and the car will keep it at 20 degrees regardless of how hot or how cold it is. It will just fluctuate between the two. That's your rear window defrost, and this is where you turn the AC off completely. Moving down here, you've got your slot for your key. So you do have a key slot in there. If you want to put the key in there, you can do if you want. But like I said, you don't have to. It can live in your pocket. So, and then over there, you've got a button which kind of scared me a bit when I first got the car, because I didn't know about the existence of that button, and it was as you can see, it's got pushed in is active, pushed out is off. It was off, and basically what that does, it stops the electric boot from working. So you press the button, but it's not going up. So it's basically, it turns it into a manual boot, so you can lift it and lower it by hand. And I didn't know about that, and I initially thought that it was broken, and then I found that button, pressed it, and then lo and behold, it started working, which is great. And then you got a 12-volt socket over there. Now, in there, you've got a big old cubby where you can put your phone, wallet, keys, everything you need to. And then over here, you've got a couple of cup holders, which are great. They're quite big and chunky, so you can fit pretty much anything. And then over here is your gear shift. Now, it doesn't look like a normal gear lever. And I get that, but it's very easy to use. Very easy to use. So basically, put your foot on the brake, and then push this towards you and down, and that's in drive. You can see in there it shows drive. Push it towards you, keep it there for a second, and that puts it in neutral, as you can see, or up and towards you and up, and that puts it in reverse. And the camera kicks in straight away. To put it in B mode, you can't actually put it in B mode while you're stationary. Oh no, you can do. Oh, there we go. No, what you couldn't do is put it straight into B mode without going into D. So you can see on there. See when I'm pressing this, it goes all the way to B0. Now, if I press that, I can get it all the way to B5, and that will just pretty much get you all the way close to a full stop. So you very, very, very rarely have to touch the brakes on this car. If you know how to operate these paddles, and you will get used to it, then trust me, it's going to be a lot easier to drive it without touching the brakes or anything. Anyway, so now it's in B, and then what you can do is press P there, and that puts it into park. Right, moving a little bit lower, you've got two very interesting buttons here. So let me tell you what these buttons do. Charge is it's a great way of charging your battery on the move. So when you're driving, let's say you drive on the motorway, you press this charge button, and what will happen? The engine will start giving power to the wheels as well as charging your battery. Now you might see a slight fuel consumption increase, and it's perfectly normal because the engine is working harder because it needs to power the wheels as well as charge your battery. But that way, by the time you get back into town, for example, your battery will be fully charged, and then you can stop the charge button, and then you can drive all on electric while you're in town, which this car prefers to be driven on electric around town, to be honest. But you've got another button here called save. Now what that does is, for example, let's say you set off from home, you've just woke up, unplugged the car from charge, you've got a full battery, and then you're about to go on the motorway to drive it at 70 miles an hour. Now this car can drive 70 miles an hour on the battery, but I wouldn't recommend it because it will deplete very quickly. And then what will happen is you're going to have to press the charge button to start charging it. Well, you don't have to, but if you want to top up the battery quicker, then you can press it. But this button, basically what it does, let's say you wake up, you unplug it, you get in the car, you start it, you press save, and then it holds all the remaining battery, what's left of the battery, it holds it on as a saved thing. You drive it only on your petrol engine, and then when you get into town, you just press the save button again, and that will just kick it into the what's it called, electric. So yeah, that's did you notice that? So it said 16 miles now, but as soon as I start the AC, which takes a lot of, it goes down to 11 miles. Yeah, so the AC uses quite a lot of power, but then obviously, like I said, you've got your petrol engine, so there's no range anxiety. There's nothing that you need to do. The car just very seamlessly changes from one to the other, which it's a wizard. Anyway, so yeah, these are the charge and the save button. So charge is you press that if you want to charge your battery while you're on the go, and save if you want to save the remaining battery until you get at a later point in your journey when you get into town and stuff like that. Over here, you've got your twin motor 4-wheel drive lock. So basically, this is what turns on your 4-wheel drive. So you press on that. Don't know if the car is going to live anywhere near that needs to be like a rugged 4-wheel drive, but if you ever go out camping or on a holiday somewhere and you want to have that security of the 4-wheel drive, you can do, because you just press this button and it locks your 4-wheel drive. Up here you've got your heated seats, so you've got front heated seats for both the passenger and the driver as well, and then you've got high and low. So obviously this is heating it up less, and high is like giving you full warm bum. Big old center console, like absolutely massive center console in here where you can rest your hand very, very easily. And then it's got this little lever here that you pull up on, and then down here you've got quite a big center console storage in there. And then you've got another 12-volt socket in there, and then you've got your USB port in there as well. So literally everything you can wish for. And then in here you've got another storage for something and a pen. It comes with a pen as well. Right, moving up here, so you've got your interior lights, which obviously work absolutely fine, no problems. And then you've got this little button here as well, which says push tilt, because yes, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but this car does come with a sunroof as well, which is great. Obviously it'd be nice if we had some sun, but yeah, it's not bad. This works absolutely fine. You just pull on that, and then the sunroof opens straight away, no problem. And that closes as well. And then you can close this down like that, and that will give you basically it will stop the sun coming through. And this one actually goes up as well, so when you push on that, you can just tilt it a little bit if you want some fresh air to come in. And then just push it to close it, and just like that. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff in this car, and this is probably my longest video that I've done because there's so many things to talk about, which is it's incredible. Yeah, if you have any questions, or if you have any other more questions than I've already covered, yeah, feel free to contact me. If you want to come and have a look at the car, you can message me on 0168. Well, no, you can call me on 01684 355 or you can message me at vindemautos@gmail.com, or you can visit our website at www.vindemautos.co.uk. Yeah, car is available. I hope you like it. There's so many more things to talk about and to see how it drives absolutely beautiful. Like I said, it's got pretty much a full service history, full main dealer service history. It's just had brand new brake discs and pads. It's got a brand new catalytic converter. It's just been MOT'd. It's just been serviced. Literally everything. So yeah, thank you very much for your time, guys. I appreciate you. If you're still here, I appreciate it. That means you either really want this car or you really like the sound of my voice, which I highly doubt. But anyway, thank you very much for being here. And yeah, it's been a really fun one to do because I really love this car. I genuinely wanted to keep it for myself, but if I do that with every car that I like, I would end up with a garage bigger than the cars I've got up for sale. But it is an absolutely gem of a car. I think it's brilliant, and it fits 99% of the people out there, because everybody's looking for an SUV, everybody's looking for low maintenance, zero road tax, everybody's looking for fuel economy. So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for your time, guys. I appreciate you being here, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. Oh, actually, do you know what? Just before I go, might as well just drive this in and see where I can find parking space for it. Can I park it anywhere in there? I need to fasten my seatbelt. Ooh, I'm a naughty driver. No, there's no room for me to park it in here, so I'm gonna have to take it out. Alright, just a second. I know this is hardly riveting, but sorry about the beeping. I'm not going to put my seatbelt on because I'm not going anywhere. Just driving around the estate here. Oh, it's such a quiet car. Drives absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right. There's some people there. I hope I'm not gonna drive into them. Oh, I just had somebody coming over and picking up their car. There was a Honda Civic parked there, but the gentleman must have come and picked it up. Trying not to hit the wall. Oh, there we go. Probably just a little bit forward. That's it. Right. Park. And break up. Right. And we have arrived. Such a beautiful drive. Honestly, such a beautiful drive. Should I keep it? Nah. I gotta sell it. I have to sell it. Right. I can't keep every car I fall in love with. Right. It's gotta go. Right. So the car is for sale. Right. Thank you very much, guys. And I'll hopefully speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.